Hello guys, welcome back to the second part of this particular dashboard design. So in the first part, we have seen the upper part, that is the design of KPIs, spark lines, and we have also built the donut chart, that is market share by sales. We have seen how to use the LOD calculations, where to not use the LOD calculations, right? So now in second part, we will be seeing the design of these two particular charts and the entire design of the particular dashboard. All right. So now we will start with this particular chart, that is category wise year to date versus previous year to date sales, right? So in this chart we can see there are categories present here, and with respect to that categories we are seeing the year to date sales, right? So this figure which we are seeing, that is 2.34 million, is year to date sales. All right. And this particular bar KPI which indicates here is that this year's sale, that is for this particular category, the current year sales or year to date sales has been dropped by 4.05% as compared to the last year or previous year to date sales. So we will see how to design this particular thing, and we will just jump to our dashboard, and we will take a new chart, and we will name it as category wise year to date versus previous year to date sales. All right. So for this, what we will do, we will take the category and we will put it into the rows. All right, so we have all the categories, and here we have already determined the year to date sales, not LOD wala. We will take the year to date sales and we will put it into the columns, and then we will sort it from descending order. And you can see there are number of categories, but in our view we will be taking the top 10 categories only, right? If you want, we can apply the parameter, and if you want to show the n categories, that is 10 categories, 15 categories, you can want, if you want, you can add that particular dynamic parameter. For now we will be not using that, so we will be pressing control and we will put it into the filters, and we will be using the condition as top, and we will be using it by field. We want top 10, we don't have to do anything here, and we want it with respect to the field of year to date sales, right? So this is important, it should be year to date sales and sum. And then here we will hit it okay, and then we will hit it as enter view. Okay, so we have got this particular chart, right? Then next one, what we have to do is we have to add the KPIs here, that is bar KPIs, right? So now how to do that, right? So we have year to date sales, but to show the year on year sales or the percentage different percentage difference of sales, we will be needing previous year to date sales as well. And we will not use the previous year to date sales which we use to design KPIs, right? That is the yellow wala. We will be using the simple one. So we will duplicate this, and I will edit this, and we will make it as previous year to date. All right, and we will remove this, and we want the last year sales, so I will just here -1. Okay, this we all know, right? We will click OK, and I will write a new calculation here, that is percentage difference. So I will name it as percentage difference. All right, and where we will write a calculation as sum of year to date sales, and I will minus it with sum of previous year to date sales. Okay, so I will put overall bracket here. All right, and divide it by sum of previous year to date sales. All right, so we want a closing parenthesis here, right? So this is valid. Now we will click OK. So we have got the percentage difference as well. So let's bring it here. All right, so we have the percentage difference, and now we will put it into the labels. Okay, so we can see we have got this percentage difference, so just we will go ahead and change it format. We will make it into percentage, right? So now we have got the percentage difference. Just we want, you can see in that particular dashboard originally which we have seen here, we can see the different colors as well. Okay, so you can see if it is dropping, we have the red color, that is it is going down, and if it is increasing with respect to last year, we can see it is a green color. And there is one more color, that is gray, and which indicates there were no sales in last year or in previous year. What does this indicate? That this computer category has been introduced in this year, and there were no sales done for that into last year, so we cannot compare that. So we will be showing in front of that, is there were no sales in this previous year. You can see we don't have anything here. So how to do these things, right? So what we will do for that is firstly what we will do, we will give the colors for particular, what we can see. If it is increasing, we will give it as a green color, and if it is decreasing, we will give it as a red. If it is there were no sales in last year, then we will give it as another color, right? So for that we have to write a calculation, and I will name it as a sales margin. All right, so we will name it as sales margin, and for this I will be writing a calculation as if sum of year to date sales minus sum of previous year to date sales. Okay, if these two sales, that is difference between year to date and previous year to date, if it is less than zero, right? If it is negative, then we will name it as less than previous year. Okay, that is those sales were less than previous year. All right. Else if we will use another condition, if sum of, I will just copy this, Control C, Control V. Okay. And if this is greater than zero, right? If it is positive, then we will be using greater than last year or previous year. All right. Else another condition we will be using, that is else if is null, right? Is null condition. Is null is nothing but it satisfy, if that value is null, then it is true, right? So if is null sum of previous year to date sales, right? What does this indicate? That if previous year to date sales is null, right, means if last year sales is null for that particular category, then we will be using no sales in previous year. Okay, no sales in previous year. Okay, these are three conditions which we'll be using here, and we will end this. All right, so you can see our calculation is valid. We will click OK, and I will take this and put it into colors. Okay, so we can see we have got these three different colors. I will just change the colors immediately, and we will make it as traffic light for gray. If it is greater, we will make it as green. If it is less, yellow, and if it is no, then we will go ahead and change it to let's say this one. All right, and we will hit OK. All right, so I will just change the color for this one immediate. Let's take it as this. Okay, all right, so you can see we have given the colors as well. Now next task is to give the up and down arrows for this particular thing, right? So now how to do that, right? So for that what we will do, we will again write some calculations, and I will write it as positive percentage difference. If it is positive, so I will write it positive percentage difference, right? So now if percentage difference, we have already wrote this percentage difference. If right, so if percentage difference is greater than zero, right, means what? If it is positive, if it is greater than zero, then we will be using as up arrow, and we already have this up arrow here in Word. We will take it from Word and we will put it into inverted commas, Control V, end. All right, so this is one thing. We will click OK, and we will put it into label. All right, so we can see if it is positive, we have got an up arrow. The next one, we will write the another calculation. We already have the positive difference. I will just duplicate it, and I will edit this one, and we will make it as negative. All right, so if it is less than zero, okay, if it is less than zero, then we will be using as down arrow. So I will copy this, Control V. Okay, okay, now I will take it as negative percentage difference, and we will put it into label. All right, so the formatting we will do later, and the next thing is what? One more, we want if there are no sales, right? If no sales are there, if there is no sales, right, so then if for this we will be using different thing, that is if sales margin, if sales margin, that is this sales margin, if it is equal to no sales in previous year. Okay, so always remember this, there should be no spelling mistake. This no sales in previous year, that is in sales margin calculation, it should be same year. All right, then what we want? No sales in previous year. and blend this. Okay, and we will take this as well and we'll put it in the labels. All right, so now we will just change the label immediately. We will format this and we will take it here, we will take this up, we will take this up as well. All right, so you can see we have got this thing. So just we will take this control X and we will put it into last, apply. All right, and we will just add a small space in between. Okay, not needed here. That's it. Perfect. Now what we will do, we will just format this and we will make it as semi bold. Apply. Okay. So now guys, one more thing you can see here. When we go into this particular dashboard, you can see if it is increasing, we can see green color is there, and if it is decreasing, we have given the red color. So what we can do, we can change that. We'll go into the labels, and if we can see if it is negative, okay, so this is negative, then we will name it as in red. If it is positive, we will name it as green. Apply. All right, and percentage difference not required. This is what we will name it as, this one. Right? Okay, perfect guys. So we have got our colors as well, and this is very much important. Okay, so with respect to that, we are getting the colors as well. All right, so now next is what we will just format this as well. We'll make it to left, and we will make it we'll make it tableau medium. This looks good, and we don't want this, so we will just hide the row label. Okay, so now what we want is we want the labels as well at this particular positions, right? So for this, what I will do, I will just press Control and I will duplicate this chart. All right, and we don't want this other things, so we will just remove all these things. Okay, we just want a chart here. All right, and what we will do, we will make it dual axis. All right, and here we will make it is bar, and we will go into this second one and we will make it as color white. All right, and we will just replace it over here. Okay, we will place it first. Right, we have got our original chart and we will just make it synchronize the axis. We don't want this axis as well. We don't want this as well because we are already going to label this. And the next part is what we want year to date sales. So we will take this, not this one, and we will put it into the labels. Okay, but we will change the label and we want it to the left side. All right, so we have got it to the left side. We will go ahead and we will format this immediately. Currency custom, we'll make it this one, then we want it as millions, and we will make it as w semi-bold. All right, perfect. So we have got, or we have completed this chart, which is very much important, guys. Okay, so this chart was very much important, right? So now next part is what we have to design the second one, that is the customer or the market wise customer acquisition per month. All right, so we will see the chart design of this particular chart. So the name of that is market wise customer acquisition per month. So I will just rename this. All right, so for this, what we will do, we will take the order date. Okay, I will put it into the rows. I will make it to, I will put it into columns actually, and we will make it to months. Okay, we will make this to this months, and I will make it as entire view. We have taken the discrete one, and then we will take the quantity, the order quantity. I will put it into the rows. Okay, then we have a market. Okay, we want it break it to market, so we will pick market and we will put it into colors. Okay, so we have got with respect to the particular markets we have got. So this looks very much funky. So now let's design it fast. So what we have to do to get a bump chart? Okay, so this is a bump chart. So for that we have to write a quick table calculation and we will make it to the rank. Okay, and we will compute it using the market. Okay, so you can see we are getting somewhat structure similar to that. And now what we will do, we want to label these things. So what we will do, I will take this and I will make it as a dual chart. Okay, so I'm just pressing the control and taking one more field here. Okay, so how we are doing this, we are pressing control. So you can see below my arrow a plus sign has been occurred, or we can see a small plus sign. So it indicates that you're duplicating that particular field, and when I place it over here, it creates a dual axis chart. Okay, so I will just go ahead and make it dual axis. All right, so and in the second one, what I will do, instead of line I will make it a circle. All right, and in that circle we want to show the quantities as well. So I will take it and I will put it into the labels. All right, and we will just change the label and we will make it at center, and we will change it to Tableau semi bold. Apply. Okay, perfect. All right, so then we will also synchronize the axis. And see, you can see here the one or the numbering or ranking has been given from bottom to up. So what we have to do, I will just reverse it. Okay, so I will just go in edit axis and I will reverse it. Okay, so you can see we have reversed the axis. So we have got from bottom, there is one at top and last at 5, right? Now what we will do, we will just format this, we will hide this, we will go ahead in the sheets and we don't want any row divider, we don't want this here as well. In grid lines we don't want any grid lines here. Perfect, so our chart is clean. I will format this axis as well, and instead of that we will just use the abbreviations, that is Jan Feb, right? Because when we are putting this into dashboard, we will have some space management, okay, or space issues, and we will hide this as well. Perfect. So our bump chart has been created. So what this chart indicate, guys? So whenever I'm clicking on Africa, you can see for Africa, you can see the customer acquisition, that is number of quantities which were placed for January. Africa is at fourth place, right? And in February it is at fifth place. Then if you see Pacific Asia, you can see in January month from Pacific Asia region, January has got maximum number of orders, right? So in this way we can see in February it is the second one, in March it is second largest, in April it has gone down, it has gone fourth largest, and we can see in November December again it has got first largest, right? So why this in November December? Because Diwali period is there and more shopping is done in, like, in November December and January months, we all know, right? Because Diwali, obviously Diwali, as well as festive seasons, Christmas and all these things, right? So and we have Latin America as well. All right, so this is what the charts design we have done already, all the things. The next one is to design our dashboard, right? Now to make the dashboard out of all the sheets till now which we have designed, all the KPIs, spark lines, what we will do, we will add, or we will take a new dashboard from here. So now before going forward, what I will do, I will change the size according to my resolution. So for now, for me, what I have taken, it is 1600 by 850. Okay, so according to your screen resolution you can take your size. Okay, it is not mandatory to take this. So for now, for me, it is comfortable to take 1600 by 850 as per my system resolution. So I have taken this. Okay. So now what I will do, I will add a dashboard title here. Okay. I will just increase the sign here and I will change the name as e-commerce. Okay, e-commerce sales analysis, e-commerce sales dashboard. Okay. Then I will add a pipe here and I will name it as year to date sales analysis. Okay, I will do some formatting here. I will take this, I will make it as 22 and W bold and give it as a red color. And for here, I will take it as 15 and W bold and I will give it as blue. And the pipe also, I will make it as bold. Okay, like, perfect. Okay, so this is my title of the dashboard. Then now I will take a vertical container and add it over here, and I will take one more horizontal container. I will add it into the vertical container, and I will take a blank. So I'm taking a blank. I usually take a blank. If it is up to you if you want to use it or not. So blank allow me, or it guides me where are my containers placed, like how my containers are moving, where is my horizontal, where is my vertical. Okay, so I've just added blank. If you want you can use, if you want you don't. If you can use as per your convenience how you are designing your dashboard, right? So now this is my vertical horizontal container actually, and I will be placing my first KPIs over here. So this is my first, then this is my second one, then the order quantity, and then I will take the market share. All right, so for market share I will delete this, right? And here you can see all my KPIs are placed here. So I will just select this. I will go to drop down and I will select this horizontal container, and I will just add like distribute the contents evenly. What does this do? That it will, for this vertical horizontal container, for this four sheets it will give equal spaces, right? And if you try, you are not getting any what we can say, the size changing or sheet changing, or we can say the size arrow to change this particular size of this sheet or any sheet in this particular container, because we have given option that let it take the size equally for all the this particular sheets, right? So now we will give some background colors here. So what I will do, I will go ahead and go into the layout, and for this I will take it as a blue color, and let's see if it is blue. Yeah, it is blue. And borders background, so this, then for this I will take an alternating yellow one. For this I will go ahead and take this again a blue one, and for this I will go ahead and take a yellow one. Perfect. So now what I will do, I will go here and format. Okay, in sheet. Okay, so here I will go and format in sheet, and I will go in this particular what is shading option, and in sheet for worksheet I will say it as none. Okay, similarly here I will say it as none. For this as well I will say it as none. Here as well none. Okay, so you can see we have got we have designed the KPIs for this particular dashboard. All right, so now we can see there are some grid lines here, right? So what we will do, we will hide those as well. So I will go in format, then I will go in rows, and for pane divider it is already no. So for rows I will just say it none. For this as well we will say known, this as well none. Okay, so now it looks clean and neat, right? So now next task is to we can see we have added one uh, what we can see, one vertical horizontal line here, so we will add it here as well. So we will go ahead and we will add a blank here. Okay, and for this blank I will go in layout, and I will remove, or I will give the padding as 1. Okay, for all sides I will give as 1 padding, and I will add a background for this as this blue. Okay, and I will change this height. I will edit the height and I will give it as 6. Perfect. Okay, so you have got the line which will be the differentiation or the distributor between the dashboard name and this particular whatever sheets we have placed here. All right. So the now next one, I will just increase this a little bit, a little more. All right. So now what we will do, we will take the next sheet and we will place it over here. Okay. So we will just remove this. We don't want this. We will add it later. So see this as well. We will just change this to 14, semi bold, and red color. Perfect. And we will take this. Okay, so now this here we have is a blank, and I will just remove this. All right. So this I will remove this. I will delete this, and for this as well we will change the sheet 14. This is semi bold, and we will make it as red. Okay, perfect. All right. So now some small formatting is remaining. So I will just remove these grid lines from here as well. So grid lines in columns I will say it as no, and we will remove the from borders as well. From sheet I will say it as a no, and from column divider as well I will say it as a no. Perfect. All right, Now we will give the background color for this as well. In layout, I will go ahead and change this to a blue one. Yeah, this one. For this, I will change it to this one. Right. Then again, I will go in the format into shadings and I will say it as none. Here as well, I will say it as none. Perfect. All right. So now we will add the legends for this color legends and I will make it as floating. I will reduce this, take this and put it over here. All right. So we can format the legends as well. So I will just go ahead and format the legends. We will make it as Tableau medium is fine. For body also we will make it as Tableau medium. Perfect. All right. So now next for this also we will add the legends. So this is the market one. We will make it as floating as well. And we will arrange the items as in single row. Okay. So we'll reduce this and we will hide the title. We don't want the title. We will increase this is right. Can increase the space as well here. Similarly, we can edit the title, not this, format the legends, and we will make it as media. All right. The next one is we have to add the filters. Okay. So I will go here and I will add the filter here as market. I will add it here, use all, apply. Okay. And the next one we want is the segment. Okay. Perfect. So now we'll go ahead and apply it to all using this data source. Similarly for this as well, it will be applied to all using this data source and I will put it into context. Both this filter I will put it into context. Why? Because we are using the fixed LOD calculation. Okay, this is the fixed LOD calculation value and fixed LOD calculations are only executed if you are using any filter. It is only executed after the context filter. Okay, so this is very important point to take from here. All right. So now we will add the filters over here. Analysis. I will go ahead and I will add a market and we will go ahead and add a custom segment. Okay, so it is here. I will just go ahead and make it as floating. We'll take it up here and multiple values drop down. Similarly, this floating, multiple values drop down. Perfect. Okay, and now we want to add action here as well. Okay, so just go here and we will just use this as filter. Now you can see whenever you are changing our dashboard, okay, the values are changing with respect to that. Similarly here as well, the values are changing with respect to that. And this is what the action filter which we are using here. All right. So this is what the complete dashboard looks like. So this is the, if you are doing this particular dashboard, it will be very easy for you to implement the same logic in your industries as well, in your any IT industry whichever you are working. It will be helpful for you to add in your resume as well as it will be helpful for you to answer the different interview questions whichever you will be appearing. Okay, so thank you so much guys, and if you have liked this video, please like the video, share this video and subscribe my channel. So see you soon guys. Thank you very much.